Today we're going to take a look at the RØDE PSA1 Studio arm. It's the studio arm that I use in two locations. I use it in my main office where I do remote teaching as a permanent setup attached to a Yeti Blue microphone. And I use it in my podcasting YouTube studio in order to mount more professional audio mics, such as this RØDE NT1000. So what you get in the box is you'll get the stand itself. So this is the arm itself. You'll get this mount here, which will allow me to use a screw clamp in order to connect it to the edge of a desk. So you can go in, you can choose, you get pretty thick desks. So if you have a fairly thick desk, as long as you have enough room to clamp it on there, you can then tighten it up and then you can mount the studio arm into the hole here. Or, and this is what I do in my other office, is I've drilled a hole into my desk that has the appropriate circumference here. And then what you can do here is when you've drilled that hole, you can pop this into the desk so it'll sit flush with the desk. And then you go underneath the bottom there and you tighten it up so that it's a nice solid connection, however thick your desk might be. You'll also get this adapter here. And this adapter is important because you're going to have the screw head here, and this screw head will fit this adapter. And then if you have something, say for example, a vibration cage, if your vibration cage doesn't come with an adapter, a lot of them do, but you can then use this adapter, you'll tighten that in there, and then that will allow you to mount it onto the actual studio arm itself. I have a different adapter that I use for this particular vibration cage, but I now have the one that came with the studio arm itself. With the studio arm, you're going to notice now this piece of Velcro, I put that on myself because if I'm ever storing it in the studio, I want to keep it compact, because when you take this off, you're going to find that it expands out. So just be careful that you don't accidentally hit yourself in the face or something when you have that. And you have also these Velcro clasps here that you can then use to run your cable. So when you run your cable, this will connect into your desk. That will then become your studio arm, and you will be able to move it around. Now, one of the things, of course, is that you'll have something on the studio arm that has a little bit of weight to it. So in this case here, this is a fairly heavy microphone and vibration cage setup, but this one here, the Blue Yeti, as I mentioned, they have enough weight that they will actually allow the arm to, once it's extended, they'll hold it down a little bit, and then you'll be able to utilize that.
So I just love this little arm mount. I've actually have had it in 2 different houses. This is my second one. I used to not use this part, and I just screwed a hole through the table and put a little fastener on it and just put this part in. You could pull this up. I'm not going to. But I've also used it like this with the little clamp, and I have to say, both are great. Either option works. But it works. It's so great. It can go in so many different directions, in so many different ways. It keeps the mic from shaking too much with the shock mount, and which this is separate, but I mean, it is just great. What else can I say? I love this little thing. I've been using it for years now. Definitely worth picking up.